All right, let's get this show started!
If you thought the internet's trolls and critics were getting to Jamahal Hill, think again. Despite being heavily criticized by people in the MMA world, oftentimes because of his comments and interactions with light heavyweight champ Alex Pereira, Hill insists that he's unfazed by it all. The most recent backlash stems from Hill's confrontation with Pereira at the UFC PI in Las Vegas a few weeks ago. Now, during his pre-fight media day, Hill addressed all the quote-unquote weirdos sitting in their mom's basement covered in Cheeto dust.
So I just don't really focus on that. It's more the fact that the guys that are actually in here that take the same risk as me and do it, and they respect it and they understand what I'm putting into this. That means a lot more than any weirdo sitting in his mom's basement talking with Cheeto dust and shit. And another thing that's like kind of crazy to me as far as that goes, so when sometimes, you know, I'd be laying in my bed chilling, and then, you know, I decide to troll back a little bit. You know, I throw my little pokes out there, my little jabs out there, and every time I do it, I find it interesting that the headlines, oh, Jamahal loses it, he's spazzing out, oh, he's crazy, and something. It's like always like something's wrong with me. So I rarely say anything back, right? You guys do this all the time. So whenever I say something, and if I troll, I got a mental issue, but you sit and do this all the time. What does that say about you?
As the Dagestani camp prepares for UFC 311, Daniel Cormier has pulled through with some sweet swag for the crew. The former double champ surprised lightweight champion Islam Makhachev and bantamweight title contender Umar Nurmagomedov with custom straight out of Dagestan t-shirts.
Straight out of Compton. You like that? Woo! You like that? Yeah. Let me wear this one. Let me wear this one. I wear this one.
I see that.
I make this. A personal life. Okay, here we go. Let's go. You ready? Come on, let's go do interviews.
No way. Okay.
You like this one?
Okay.
Straight out of Dagestan?
Yes.
The real deal, huh?
Wow.
This is
real, man. It's gonna be in my museum.
Your museum?
Yes.
You're not gonna wear this one?
I will save this.
This is a good one, huh?
Yes.
Hey, what are you looking at like this? Oh, you like tough guy, like walk like this, huh? You walk like that?
In a fresh episode of the Pound for Pound podcast, Arman Tsarukyan teased that he's got a secret technique up his sleeve that he's preparing for his lightweight title fight against Islam Makhachev this weekend. During UFC 311's media day, Arman was pressed for more details, but managed to keep further information under wraps.
This super secret technique that you can't tell us about, is it something like we've seen in MMA before, or is it something like you've completely invented and you're going to like jump through the air, somersault, and like double foot him in the face, or is it something we might actually be able to recognize when you do it?
No, that technique I've never seen in UFC. Okay. In highlights as well.
Right. When we see you do it, will we go, that's what he was talking about?
For sure. That technique.
Yeah.
You're gonna say, oh wow, what is that? Like a up kick the last fight. So okay. You never seen when I'm like throwing an up kick, you know.
Islam Makhachev was later asked about what he thinks about Arman's secret move and advised everyone to not take him seriously, pointing out that Arman had previously promised to finish Oliveira in round 1, but ultimately couldn't deliver, with the fight going the full distance.
Man, I told you, don't believe what Arman says, because last time he says I will finish Oliveira by 1 round, but they go all distance and he won by split decision. That's why don't believe him.
In a fun moment shared to his IG stories, Khabib Nurmagomedov spotted a UFC employee casually strolling by with a championship belt. Khabib joked, asking if he's ready to defend it. Watch this.
But this is UFC belt. Hey, this is UFC belt.
This is UFC belt.
You ready for defend this title?
I'm ready. Any place.
If you're not ready, why you take
Anywhere,
this?
anytime.
Why you take this? No. Come here. Why you take this belt?
It's PR. It's the PR
No,
belt.
it doesn't matter. When you have UFC belt, you have to protect this.
Anytime, anywhere.
Just be ready.
Okay.
You ready?
I'll be ready. I'll be ready next time.
Dana White has now shared his thoughts on Khabib Nurmagomedov's recent travel troubles. A viral video surfaced days ago showing Khabib in a heated exchange with a flight attendant telling him to leave the exit row seat. Despite Khabib replying that he was willing and able to aid in case of emergency, he was still made to leave the plane. Now, during a recent appearance on Pardon My Take, the UFC's CEO was confused as to why the former UFC champion was even flying Frontier Airlines. And, true to his style, Dana went off on Frontier for kicking Khabib off the flight.
Khabib being kicked off a Frontier airline flight.
What the f is he doing on Frontier Airlines?
Yeah, that was my question.
This kid's got more money than anybody, but that's how humble he is. He's flying on that piece of shit airline. What do you expect?
How bad do you have to f up to get kicked off Frontier? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know what you have to do to get kicked off Frontier Airlines. Habib doesn't fight anymore because he's got loads of money.
Yeah.
I got to teach Habib how to charter a plane. That's how dumb they are on Frontier Airlines. If there's anybody you want in that position, it's Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Yes.
Good job, Frontier Airlines. He's got plenty of money. Habib shouldn't even know what the Frontier Airlines is, just like most people don't.
As most of you have likely heard by now, Holly Holm has been released from her UFC contract after requesting the opportunity to explore being a free agent. The 43-year-old UFC legend was granted her request despite having 2 fights left on her contract. Many fans are curious, asking why the former UFC champion asked to be released. Now, during an appearance on Ariel Helwani's podcast, Holm provided more insight, revealing a genuine interest to stay with the UFC, but it not looking like she'd fight anytime soon, adding that she's definitely not done fighting just yet and would still love to return to the cage, possibly fighting for the GFL or stepping into the boxing ring.
I know that I'm not going to fight forever, but I still want a couple more, and I had been in a little bit of talks just trying to see if anything would happen, and I did want to be able to dance in the UFC octagon one more time, but it just didn't seem like it was something that was going to be promised, and so I did have 2 fights left on the contract, but that's not always promised, and I didn't want to wait around forever either, so I want to see what other options there are. There's no negative thoughts, no hate or anything like that. I'm super, super thankful for my entire journey with the UFC and all the opportunities that they've given me and being able to fight for a title. And I'm super thankful for the journey, and I'm not done. I know a lot of people have a lot of thoughts that I need to be retired and all that. It's definitely closer, but I'm just not there yet. I know I still have a couple fights left in me, and I want to see what doors open up. Maybe I go to boxing. I know there's a lot of talk with GFL, so I'm just leaving my options open.
During UFC 311's media day, Jiri Prochazka was asked about his prediction for the MERAB DVALISHVILI vs. Umar Nurmagomedov fight. Here's how the former UFC light heavyweight champ reacted.
MERAB versus Umar, Islam versus Arman.
MERAB and DVALISHVILI versus, I think, Nurmagomedov. Yeah.
Fans in the comments were quick to poke fun, writing things like, "Bro should not be fighting Saturday," laughing emote. The spirits told him, "Can I get a slice of CTE?" That's CTE at this point, laughing my ass off. Bro was just simulating the fight in his head real quick. CTE is real. This dude blocks punches with his head. They asked him who is winning in the co-main and main, and he said both fighters in the co-main, laughing my ass off. It's time for today's top memes. Third place was posted by ACD MMA. Second place was posted by MMA 247 Memes. The top pick was posted by Street Rule 6708. Thanks for watching. If you like the content, smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to stay in the talk.